Hey there everybody, it's Lynnea, and today I'm going to be using some Simon Hurley Create products to create a duo of quick and easy watercolored birthday cards. So I'm going to be starting off here with the Party Hats background stamp. This is one of my favorite background stamps across the entire Simon Hurley Create line. There are, I believe, 5 different patterns of birthday hats, or 5 different types, I should say, with different kind of stripes and polka dots and every little squigglies on them. And this is one of his pull-apart background stamps. So there are 5 little party hats that you can pull out of this background and stamp individually. And I've done a video on that previously. So today I thought that I would use it all as a whole background stamp. So I have some pieces of stark white Simon Hurley Create cardstock. I inked up my Party Hats background with Versamark ink, and then I'm just pressing this stark white cardstock over the top. Now you did see me pre-treat this paper because I'm going to be heat embossing on it. So I did that twice. And then I added just a bit of white embossing powder. You can't really see it now because it's white, so it's a tone on tone, but as I start blending on some ink, you're going to start seeing that white embossing powder. I'm using some finger dauber brushes to add my ink over this heat embossing, but you don't have to. You could even do direct to the paper with your ink. Really the key here is to get as much ink down on the cardstock as you can. So I started out with lighter colors, but in the end, you're going to see here I'm using Prom Queen and Slippery When Wet because I wanted the colors to be darker. Once all that ink is on there, I'm taking a cloth and just buffing off the excess ink off the heat embossing. I'm spraying this liberally with some water that I have in a distress sprayer, and then I'm going to set this aside to dry on its own. And I'm going to repeat the process on the second card. So as I was making these, I was kind of using traditional girl colors and traditional boy colors. So I used the pink and the yellow on my first one. This one I'm going to be using green and blue. So I have Later Gator and Remember Me. Again, I'm using those fingertip brushes, but that's just because I wanted to have varying areas of color, and I wanted them to kind of pool and mix together. So like I said, you could do direct to paper with this, or you could use blending brushes or blending sponges, whatever you have to get the ink onto the cardstock. And then I just sprayed it with water and I set those aside to dry. My images that I'm coloring are from the Cakewalk stamp set. So many cute, adorable little images in this stamp set. And I've used the ones before where you can add the little legs and the arms. So I thought that I would add the little bear and I would have him holding a present. His arms are perfectly spaced to hold the cake, the present, so many things in this Cakewalk stamp set that he could be holding on to. So I'm just going to do some quick Copic coloring, and I kept some of it in the video for you so you could see my technique. My coloring technique is very, very simple. I usually use 2 markers for each color blend, and I'm just going to add quick and easy coloring. So I colored the presents themselves white so that they wouldn't clash too much with the background, and then I colored the ribbons to match the background. So I have one that's pink and one that's green. For the bear, I'm using a lighter brown Copic color combination for his little nose there, and then I'm going to use a darker brown color combination to color in the body of the bear. Once all the coloring is done, I'm just going to use my scissors to quickly trim around these images, leaving a slight white border. And since these images are simple to color, they're simple to cut out too. And look at how easily this present tucks right into his arms. I think it's so adorable. So I just tuck them in there, and then when I adhere them to the card, I will adhere all of those images together, both the bear and the present. Here are my backgrounds all dry, and you can see how those colors mix together and how pretty they look. They look like you put a lot of effort into this watercolor background when really it was very easy. I'm taking some liquid pixie dust. It's just a clear liquid glitter. I put some on my work surface, and then I'm using my paintbrush to kind of spatter that onto the backgrounds for just a little touch of shimmer. Then I added some more shimmer to the bear and to the present as well, and popped everything up with foam. And that completes these 2 birthday cards using Simon Hurley Create products. I hope you enjoyed this video. Head over to my blog for still photos if you're interested in seeing them. And I will see you guys again really soon. Bye!